What's up, guys? Welcome back to Crypto Weekly Review. We're going to look at some double bearish divergence on Bitcoin. We're going to look at the Hex scam pump and try to figure out what's going to happen next. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump straight into it.
You big old sus, yeah. I just doubled up on crypto. I just doubled down on the new vest. Now my chair looking like 2 checks. Type of money made me want to 2-step. Who next? This week I be on the moon next. Stock going up like 2x. That's a fast flip like suplex. Two really stepping like a duplex. You bet never lose change, but I do flex.
All right, let's jump straight into the charts. And as you know, we have this huge looming weekly bearish divergence on Bitcoin. But hold on, there's more. If we jump right in over here, we can see on the daily chart, this last all-time high is also on bearish divergence. We have bearish divergence inside of bearish divergence. Just full disclosure, I did take some profits and buy an Audi R8 and put some in USDC to be able to buy a dip. That doesn't mean that Bitcoin can't go to 100K. That doesn't mean that ETH can't go to 100K. It's just proper risk management. If it goes up from here, am I going to cry about all the missed profits I had? No, I'm not, because this is part of trading. You have to look at things objectively. People always tell me, how can you be fighting your own bags? I'm not. I'm looking at reality. And the Hex community is one of the worst offenders of this. It's like, I'll fall on the sword and die for you, brother. Hell no. This is money that we're talking about. And it proper portfolio management, risk management, and diversification is how you get ahead in this game. Going all in on Hex and staking it for 15 years and hoping to become a billionaire one day is like buying a lottery ticket. It's just insanity. It's insanity. So yeah, when the Hex dips, I laugh and I troll. Why? Because I take profits. I manage my money correctly. Oh no, man, it is still bullish. We are holding the 21 exponential moving average right here. We did fall below the pivot, set a new high on bearish divergence. You can't trade on bearish divergence alone. This could easily be irrational longer than you can stay sane. So yeah, is 100K still in the cards? Yeah. Am I going to cry that I took some profits up here if it keeps going up? No. Why? Because I still have my main portfolio. And as of course, I've been traveling, so I was not able to buy Hex down at the lows or anything like that. Okay, so look at this. We got Cardano, huge scam wick. Look at this. Remember when we were looking at this and I said, oh man, this is how it would bottom. But look, rejection, rejection, up and back below. Cardano is looking bad. Cardano is looking bad. Charles is riding camels. Man, I would be not in Cardano right now. I mean, it's rejecting the 21 exponential moving average. Next stop for Cardano is at this pivot. And remember how important this yellow line is, the 200 exponential moving average at about $1.80 is about where I think that Cardano is going. I could be wrong. This is not financial advice. Of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. But this is how markets move. Let's take a look at Hex. Hex, oh my goodness. So Hex had, as you know, the God Whale, aka Richard Hart, or someone affiliated closely to the Hex project or coerced by Richard Hart, bought 13 million in Hex right here at this 366 exponential moving average. This is a great place to buy. We were talking about how it would bounce here. And on this channel, we called the top and both bounces. If you don't believe me, look it up because I don't feel like digging it up. But there's something else interesting that happened. If you look right here, you can see at the price of 27 cents, that's where this descending channel is going down. And it rejected off this descending channel. And it also held support of this white line, the 21 exponential moving average. Now, I told you guys, if we can get above this white line and have a couple candle body closes, then I would be bullish on Hex. But I have to renege on that now. Because why? Because Hex was in free fall in an entity that has been buying, that has 3 billion in Hex, that is not selling, that appears to be something to do with the project, who has cryptic messages like this on their Twitter. Team God calls themselves God and says, God works in mysterious ways. Life is not about unraveling the secret, but more about embracing the mystery. Okay, so don't try to unravel who I am or my affiliation with the Hex team, or if I am Richard Hart, just embrace it while I buy up all the dips. Well, that is great and all. And the mystery is Richard Hart. No, that's great and all, but where are we after the God whale bought, right? Did God whale reverse the market? See, I would be more bullish. This is bullish, by the way, but I would be more bullish if it was the HEX community and new buyers and people coming in buying it up. You know what I mean? That made us catch the 21 exponential moving average. But some arbitrary entity comes in and buys a huge amount and tries to set the price action and reverse it. No, that's fraud. What it would be, it's a fraudulent candle technically, but what it would be is securities fraud. This makes HEX look bad. You wonder why people call HEX a scam? This is why. Why? Because it's going down. There's no interest. It's collapsing. And one entity comes and pumps the price and sets the price action. That is fraud if they are associated or coerced by Richard Hart, or is Richard Hart if he is pushing the price action like this. But wait, it's for your good. It's a reverse rug. That's what he's always said. He also always implied that he had 4 billion in ETH. That's what the God whale has, is 4 billion in ETH. Richard Hart never actually says that, but he says, I've been rumored to have. He says things like that. There's no doubt in my mind that the God whale is Richard Hart, is coerced by Richard Hart, or is affiliated with the HEX program. Why else would you buy 3 billion in HEX and never even sell anything? And this is why people call it a scam. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that it can't go up. That doesn't mean you can't make money. I've made a ton of money off HEX. I will continue to trade and make money off HEX, but I am not going to promote this security, because if this is happening, this is securities fraud. And anybody associated shilling this stuff is also complicit in this. So it's fraud for good. And it raised $27 million for charity. So this is securities fraud for charity. If that's what's going on with this God whale thing, which that's what it sure looks like. But let's take a look at this action with my BS aside. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Let's talk about what the charts are telling us. The charts are telling us that we were in a free fall. One entity came and bought up a candle. Are we still in a free fall? You have to divorce your emotions and your opinions from your analysis. And that's what I have to do. Even if it's on both sides, like one, you might have like some kind of bias saying that, hey, this is going to go up. You have that kind of confirmation bias. And it also works in reverse as well. So if we just think about this thoroughly, we're in a free fall. One entity comes and buys. Now we're holding the 21 exponential moving average, but we rejected this descending channel. By the way, I just moved it. If you look, we've been looking at this for a long time. Well, look at this. That's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. So it did reject off this descending channel. I'll tell you what, this would right here at about 23, 24 cents is a good high risk reward for this to be a reversal. Does that mean it's going to be a reversal? I don't know, because we're in free fall and it was one entity that reversed the market. I'm going to say that this is super high risk to buy here. Super, super duper high risk. So I'll tell you what, if we can bounce here off this 21 exponential moving average and get above and out of this descending channel. Remember, just getting into this channel is a descending channel. That's how bearish this is. This absolute free fall is what it was. So if we can get into this channel at least, if we can break out over this pivot, if we can break above 29 cents, I'm fully bullish on HEX. Okay? If we can break above it. Right now, I'm kind of bullish because that's what the chart is telling me. But is this valid? Is this valid? Let's look at Nomics quick. Like, we don't even have time to look at the news because of my giant rant. But Nomics has downgraded HEX, and I think it's bullish for HEX. Why? Because nobody in their right mind believed that HEX was number 3. Nobody. You know, most of the HEX is controlled by the founders, founding wallets, or a very, very small portion of the community. Just a few people hold like over 90% of all the circulating supply. That's why HEX is not on CoinMarketCap. That's why HEX is blackballed everywhere, because it is completely manipulated, and it was wash traded during the AA lobby. If you weren't there, they were recycling ETH to make the AA lobby match the spot price. That's why everyone was calling it a scam back then. Nobody's talking about that now. Nobody's going to tell you that now. But that's why. And they even admitted it. Richard Hart even admitted it before. So this is generous. This is generous, and it's bullish for Hex. Why? Because if you're already number 3, how much higher X's can you go? What are you going to unseat Bitcoin with $16 million in liquidity on USDC? Come on, please stop. Get some help. Get some help. All right, so we're not going to get into news because, as you know, I keep these under 10 minutes long, and I went on a giant TA rant, which this is the most important thing that's going on right now. This double bearish divergence that nobody's talking about it. You're hearing it from me, so please throw me a like and a subscription. But with Hex, let's see if it can hold 23.8 cents. If we can hold that, God will is still in effect. If it breaks down below, I would say if it breaks down below 19 cents, it's 100% invalidated. If it breaks down under 23 cents, buckle up, boys. But anyways, yeah, things to keep an eye on. I don't want to FUD you out of the market. I don't want to FUD you out of Hex or anything like that. Like, I still think Hex is going to go up in the long term, especially around Pulse Chain. I'm heavily invested into Pulse Chain, full disclosure and stuff, but I'll always give it to you straight. I will always give it to you straight so you can make your own decisions. I'm not going to try to manipulate you and coerce you like some of these Hex streamers will. They'll never tell you anything bad. You know, you have to look at this stuff objectively, and even Bitcoin. I'm not in love with any of this stuff. You know, I'm just playing the markets. And if you're not playing the markets are playing you.